VOD review of a minty BD saxophone. We're gonna look at, let's see, hold on, see what we're gonna focus on. We're gonna focus on what he could do to improve. Is he focusing too much on one thing and not another? Is he not doing something that he should be doing? Let's see what we see here. First map is Lijiang. It's about a 30-minute video.
Alright.
I'm gonna turn up volume because it's important as a diva to try to be listening to comms so you can follow up, or even giving helpful communication. Oh, I missed it. Okay. So it's really he looked to, hold on, let me just make sure he's doing this. In the beginning for this one, it's really important to like make sure your matrix is up right now, because good pharaohs, like if you, I'll go back to the point, because good pharaohs are going to try to boop you at exactly like the bridge area right here, like pretty much when you're on the steps you need to like start matrixing, because you have to make sure that you can eat those, because it's going to hit around this area here. But the pharaoh you're playing against isn't too hot and doesn't look for those things. Usually, first thing that I see is you and your Winston aren't jumping their backline. And as when you're a dive pair, for first attack, like when you don't have the point or anything, you have to be the initiators, and you're not supposed to be just hanging back here. If you're hanging back here, then you're doing it wrong, because you aren't putting pressure on their supports. Like, you're letting them dive and play their game the way that they want to play. So you need to take pressure off of your DPS so they can follow you guys up. However, with that said, on the flip side, if you're going to play this way, which you shouldn't, whenever you see a Winston jump as D.Va, make sure, like, use, and you have your left shift, like your fly into the air thing, boop him out of his bubble. Like, it makes him super uncomfortable. You can fly up, melee him, and it, like, he'll be probably dropping his bubble before then, and then he won't have it to even be inside. Like, it'll take him, like, he'll have to walk into it, and it takes him a little while to get into it. So that's something that I try to do to make Winston's feel a little bit more uncomfortable, because their bubble is, like, that's all they have. And D.Va can do a lot of damage, and Winston cannot do very much damage. So always try to do that.
Mercy's half. I'm on a Mac.
It's something that, so yes, it was your fault for not going forward, but another thing is, I don't know, it's I feel like Mercies need to be healing, like, whatever is kind of being focused, and a lot of times it is D.Va, so while she's in the air, she probably needs to be healing you. So maybe it's probably something that I could do better. Maybe I need to say I need heals, or something, or even like leave the fight and go get a pack or something. However, I'm not sure about that option when it's like the beginning of the fight and you haven't even gotten any kills at this top right corner of your screen.
So is Wintertime healing for them? That's fine.
So, you guys, you lost your, looks like your Lucio and Genji first.
Alright,
Mostly because your tanks, you and your Winston aren't diving. So, there's like no pressure taken away from the team.
we're down. Just don't die.
Should get maybe
Okay.
I recall.
So they don't have a D.Va suit, so you guys need to be going in like super fast. And your first target should be Zen. If they have a Zen. If they don't have a Zen, then typically something that can kill your soldier. Or sorry. Something that could kill your Ferris, so like Soldier McCree. That should be your next target. If there's not one of those, then probably I would say Lucio, but I feel like Lucio should be focused towards the end of the fight. So maybe a Genji or
Give us
knock
a Mac.
Mercy out of the air or something for a bit. Although she gets to fly up pretty fast. You need to not be going in until like it's called to go in or you're calling to go in. So let's go in 3, 2, 1, jumping. Let's jump left. 3, 2, 1, jumping now. I'm on X person. Winston's okay for a D.Va to actually be hitting. Because it's kind of nice taking him out of the fight. But then again,
Once
he
it's
could
half,
take you out of your suit
it
like
out,
super
I need
fast.
healing. Thank you.
Got bomb.
Bar is half.
I like,
I need healing.
see, like, you could actually be flying, you can be flying up in the air and getting on that fair. Like, you didn't have to stay on the ground, especially when you saw that he was half. Getting up in his face is, like, super annoying for Ferris. And especially when he doesn't have a Mercy attached to his hip, which you saw he didn't. So, like, just get up there and just annoy the crap out of him, because Farrah's, like, you are the bane of a Farrah's life. So, yeah, do that more often when you see a Mercy not attached to him.
I'm at a mech. Alright. I think we need to just do a whole reset. Nice.
Yeah.
I have feet. We can push in there.
We might need
Might
to.
get hit.
Okay, so do you guys have 6? Okay. Call location. I don't know who's, like, the initiator call, but you could call as D.Va to call initiation. Let's go left side. Jumping X person, left side, and then people should be able to follow you up. I'm not even sure what your comp is. I think you hit tab here.
Push in there.
Do you have a tracer
We might
fair?
need
Is that
to-
what you have?
Yeah, they haven't used any else.
Oh, I missed it.
I have feet.
You have a Tracer Genji against a Farah Tracer. So, really, you should probably be mirroring, well, you probably should be mirroring their comp. Because they're always going to have res. And, yeah. Genji's not going to do too much against this comp, like, at all. He's, yeah, it's going to hurt your team. I know this is a body for you, but just for future reference, a Genji against this, and this, and this is pretty much just countering him. So he needs to either be on, like, Soldier or well, maybe not soldier. Well, probably, I don't know. Soldier's actually good 'cause soldier counters this guy, and this guy, and that guy. Except for that guy, counter soldier. But, anywho, a mirror comp would probably be nice. If you have a decent fare, if not, soldier. And then keep the tracer instead of Genji. Or McCree.
We can push in there.
We might need.
McCree
Might
might
hit.
die
Yeah,
pretty
they haven't
fast
used
though.
it except Tracer. So they will have res.
Yeah, they just used Tracer.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump in, I've got mine. Let's go.
You guys really
Somewhere.
need to be diving like past this little lamp. I mean, even diving on point wouldn't be horrible because the rest of your team could walk through bridge area.
Mercy, get on Mercy.
Okay, so after this fades, you should probably be looking to use your ults. If
I'm
they're-
dead.
Okay, I guess you lost 2, so I wouldn't use it. Yeah. I'm hearing like 0 focus calls. So like as D.Va, you could even be calling focuses because I mean all you have to do is like matrix and left click or right click and fly around. It's not like a lot to do. So it should be you or your Winston. I mean, in a perfect world, I think your Winston should do it because he should be calling the initiations for the jumps. However, D.Va's not a horrible person to do it. Like, a lot of times if, like, he's down, like my Winston's down, I'm calling the focuses and, I mean, your tracer needs to be getting on their D.Va more, but also you need something to deal with that Pharah, so... Which is the only person I could see really is just you and maybe Tracer. And that's it. Okay. I would just throw your ults and see what happens. You definitely got lucky on that kill. A lot of times what I do is I can show you. I would show you in game, but I'm having like some internet problems right now, so Overwatch doesn't open. But if you, let me see, maybe I could draw it because I think I have a drawing tool here. So I guess paint will work. So as D.Va, see if this writes. Okay. D.Va, when I'm like, this is me, I'm D.Va, and I want to shoot my bomb up, and I'm on, let's pretend that this is the ground, and I'm on it, and I'm gonna throw my ult up in the air, so I'm gonna throw it like this. So you want to start from like a low position, fly up, and then as you start falling down, I mean if there's a lot of people like around here, or enemies, as you're falling down, if there's a lot of people, you start to feel the momentum like pull you down. That's when you drop your bomb. I mean it's kind of like telegraphed that you're gonna be dropping it, but sometimes like it's in the middle of a fight and people don't notice it. So like because the bomb drops faster going up and because there aren't any enemies in the sky. However, okay, so there's 2 types of D.Va bombs. Let's talk about those. Well, there's several different types, but there's 2 types of ways of throwing. There's upwards acceleration, so like throw high. I'm not, let me see if I can make this bigger. Okay. I'm gonna erase all this stuff. So, 1 is a throw high. And so that's throwing it, and you want it to explode in the air, right? And like, I don't get these perfect all the time either, but the times to do those, so the times to do those are, there's a Mercy Farah, okay, it's a Mercy Farah, and you want to intentionally like hit them. And then the other time is you want to like scare people off of the cart. However, there's a better throw for that one. Scare off of cart, or point. Okay, and then so I'm just gonna take all this and, well, I'm not gonna delete it just yet, I guess. Make this bigger. Okay, and then so the second type of throw, and this is like one of my favorite throws. It's to throw with, like, I guess we'll call it gravity drop, right? Okay, so the gravity drop is, it's, you, for this one is what I was talking about, where there's a lot of enemies, right? And you're throwing it at the peak of your height. This is the peak. Sorry about my drawing. But this is the peak, and you're basically wanting to make the fastest fall down. Okay, so crap. So that means there's a lot of enemies below you, right? And this is really good when you know that they're so saving these types of drops for like mercy res. Lots of enemies below. Lots of enemies below. And what's the other one? Also, even the throwing high is good for initiation. I forgot about that. Sorry. Initiation. I spelled this wrong, but whatever. And, I mean, hold on. So these are just the types of throws. And then, yes, there is a low throw. And that's like a throw that you go, like, this is your d.va. You're just throwing it straight across, which is fine. Those throws are fine when you know, for example, there isn't any protection. Like Ryan's way up here, and his team, right, is way back here. So there are, I guess, there's a whole bunch of different throws, but these are like the main throws. And you did a low throw when you could have done go up and like a gravity drop, right? And you go up into the air, and then you let the gravity hurry up. You'll have a faster throw to the ground with your bomb, and they have like nowhere to go. For d.va. I guess those are the basics. And then, of course, everyone knows the prediction bombs. Prediction bomb. The prediction bomb or like there's some really good points on like Kings Row, Gibraltar. Oh, Gibraltar's really good. And it's usually like in those phases where you kind of know where the enemy's going to be and you're going to kind of YOLO it and you know that they don't really have any place to escape. But yeah. Okay, so we'll go on. And so that's what I was saying, like, for here. If you know that your enemies are, like, on the other side of the wall, you flying up into the air and then do a gravity drop, you probably could have gotten, like, 2 people. But also, because you did a low throw, they can't go back out through that door. So, you just, I don't know. It's different ways of playing it. I liked your way, but you have to understand there are other ways of throwing it, and you might have been able to get more people with the gravity drop one, especially if you aimed to fall right below this door, because then they're stuck. They can't go anywhere. The only way they can go is towards your team.
We're even. Get this D.va. D.va out of Mac.
Get on point.
Yep, get on point.
Also, as D.va, it is pretty
Everything
important
on
to be
Winston.
shooting those
Everything on
bubbles.
D.va.
D.va half. Maybe D.va half.
Okay. This tracer's on point. I need healing. I need healing.
I'll be there inside.
Okay, just fly into bubbles
Okay.
and stuff. Like,
I'm there.
use your Winston bubble
She was only
a
focusing
little bit
me,
more.
so that's why I was.
Discord fire up.
Everything on Winston. Everything on Winston.
I like that
Winston
you're
half,
calling
Winston
focuses
lit.
now. You need to do this
Alright,
like
everything
a
on
long
D.va?
time ago.
Everything on Winston. He has Discord.
Okay,
Winston
you
out.
guys just use
Alright, everything on
two
D.va.
support ults.
D.va lit. D.va out of Mac.
Tracer no recall, tracer no recall.
Let's
That's
get this
not
Lucio.
on you, but
Barrel
both of those
Alright, get
shouldn't have
Farah.
happened.
Alright, get Mercy. I'm out of Mac.
This bomb.
Oh, this tracer's got my name.
Yeah. So something that I know I need to do better is like when I start noticing that certain heroes are like intentionally coming after me, like a tracer. Like you and me both, like we need to call it. Like this tracer is just, that's his whole job, is to take me out of suit. So, you know, McCree or Soldier, make sure you're putting more pressure on this tracer. Winston, you know, whenever you see Tracer, just try to, or even maybe Winston should peel for you more, you know, like, that's a thing. So, you know, make sure you communicate that with your
We
team.
need to fight on point.
Oh, I didn't get a whole pack. My bad.
Gonna fight on point.
You missed the window.
Oh no.
Why did he say we just...
Another thing that, that I just thought of was, the throw highs. The throw highs are also good when you're in a Zarya where is it? Like a Zarya grab. Let's do Zarya grab. Because it makes people scared to follow up on it, because as right above their heads, so you'll throw high. And the bomb, this is the ground. The bomb will be up in the air, and I mean, so like you'll be baby diva in the bomb, and that's okay because as long as you throw it where it could potentially kill people, it's not like up too high. Like it's touching the ceiling. But yeah, that's another way of I like to do it in Zarya grabs, when potentially people have to follow up without shields and stuff. But you have to have like your acceleration boost like in the grab, because you do have enough like momentum to like sometimes even come out of grabs. I think maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like I feel like I've come out of grabs with my diva boost before. Maybe I'm crazy, but either way you can still throw up a bomb and it's not gonna be sucked in to a Zarya grab, of course. So oh, I went too far. I want to see something.
Let's go on front center.
So one of the first things that I do is like I do try to block some of the first few Farah rockets or whatever, so a lot of times I'll like preemptively do that because he can splash like where you guys were back here. Oh shit. Right here. He can splash like your whole team in here if he times it right. The Farah. So he gets like
D.va discorded, D.va half.
Or 30% will just hitting all of you guys.
Alright.
Again, you guys aren't jumping the enemies. You have to stop that. Like, just from now on, dive their backline. Like, look, their Lucio's all the way up here. So, I mean, if you had dove them, then their team would have been split, and you would at least got, you know, maybe their Lucio, and maybe something else. I don't like, at least jump to where the Lucio is in the beginning, because you don't want all 6 people shooting your whole team. You're never gonna win any fights. At this point, you're just
Lucio's trying to go on point.
oh, a baby diva fight. Well, that's nice.
Reset.
You probably should have even just killed. Oh, I don't know. I'm not even sure what your team is doing, but they should have been on point. Maybe they died.
Alright, everything on this tracer. This tracer's the issue.
I 100% hate going out this door. So I would not advise your team to be coming through this door at any moment of time if they're holding forward. So like go through either the right or up top. So those are your 2 options. Don't go through here. Everyone will die. And plus you have to, like, you're required to use your matrix, and you're already at 0.5% coming through like just the first entry. You're not even through the second entry. By the time you're at the second entry, you'll have no matrix. So yeah, just don't go through this door.
I need healing.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Kinda hard with that.
I need Anytime you see
And
her, I
your
want her to be
look,
a
your
main
Winston
target at the
has
moment.
to use his bubble. Oh wow, this tracer knows to stick you. Like that is pretty much my life on Divas. I'm getting freaking stuck all the time. So like that reinforces what I'm saying. Like you guys have to be the initiators, your tanks. You have to dive them. You have to dive them in front. I would advise going from top, diving their supports. Even if their Mercy's in the air, dive their Lucio or something, you know. I mean, hell, dive the point so they have something else to look at, or have your tracer get on point, and while you guys are pushing, oh, I don't know, maybe your tracer probably shouldn't do that, but just as long as you bring the attention away from your team, they could actually get through this little choke. So I would advise height. This low ground, they probably will be able to do the same thing as well.
I tried to dive out of there. Alright, just reset.
You seem to be the person talking a lot on your team, so you might as well just call the initiations and call the dive targets. Just, you know, check that everyone's ready to go. Jumping X person at X location in 3, 2, 1, and then go that way. Or get your Winston
like
to do
we
that.
have a Reinhardt right now.
Yes, you guys
stay
are
at the
playing
choke.
like you have
We
a
can't get through.
Just the brute force it, and everyone will follow.
Yeah,
Tracer's half.
you need to
Let's go,
not.
let's go.
Everything on Winston.
I mean, I don't think a person has touched their mercy yet. Like you as a tank, you have to be going forward. I mean, just acknowledge that their supports exist and dive on them will help your team like so much. Like this, I know this Winston is bothering, and I like that you pushed him away from your Zen.
Can't help you. There. Alright, we're up one. Everything in?
I like this throw. That throw is very good. See, look how it forces. If you do a low throw forward, it forces the enemies to either walk towards. It forces their enemies to walk towards your team. So that's the advantage of a low throw.
D.va's half outside.
Another thing that I do when I'm low health, by the way, is what you just did. Flying up and say, hit your I need heal button, or just verbally say it, or both, and then fly up into the air. Because a lot of times you have a Mercy on your team, or a Zen, and they could finally put their orb on you, or heal beam on you, or whatever.
I need healing.
You really should use your I need healing button. I should also
Alright, we need to
do
switch
that as
something
well.
up. We're not getting enough healing out.
A lot of times when I'm feeling like ineffective as D.Va, I tend to want to like switch to DPS, and that's sometimes good and sometimes bad. It's probably bad in the fact that I should learn how to play with like less healing as D.Va. So I'm just stating that maybe you have an option to go third DPS or something. That's a thing. However, you should learn to play with less healing. I hear zero focus calls, unless I hear 0 focus calls. I hear 0 Zen Discord calls, but and I see 0 initiation with the tanks, which is the number one thing. Initiation with tanks is 100% one of the most important things that you could do with dive comp. You're never going to succeed on dive comp just waiting at a choke and letting them dive you. Never will win. 100%. Matter of fact, you could dive them and not call focuses, and you probably would win more often that way. But that's the second step, is calling focuses. Whether it's you or your Winston, and your Zen does need to pitch in for who he discords. But yeah. But like I said, mirror comp would probably be the best bet call for the long run. Especially since discords aren't even being called. Oh, look. Your Genji switched off. That's good.
Alright, go. I got you guys. You gotta get on point now.
One of the things that I do for this last point, so you can like, let me see if I can get a good shot of it. Coming out of here. Well, this top area, you can, from the doorway behind you, you can fly up through those windows as d.va and just drop on point. So it's a nice little stall tactic, and you don't have to go through these front doors. So I would use that more. Right above you. These little windows right up top.
Can we, like, triple tank or something?
No wonder you go Zarya.
Me?
No wonder.
You want me on this?
Yeah, let's put you on DPS. Let's go Ana instead of Zen. Everything on this Winston. Everything. Only targets Winston.
Yep. Target priority. Let's talk about that. Let's do it. Let me actually bring up something I can type. Alright. Where do I look at font? Maybe I have to use the other thing because I don't know how to do font on that. Okay, target priority. I'll move this over here. Okay, so dive. Tanks need to engage. Call X location, X target. Example. Diving Zen back right of point. That's a call. Okay? So that's something that you guys are like not doing. Secondly, never call tank focus first. Ever. Typically want to dive supports, squishies, etc. However, Lucios are typically last, mid to last of fights. Okay. Target priority. So if you have a Farah, it's Soldier. It's Soldier, McCree. Well, hold on. Well, we'll do this first. 1, Zenyatta. Zenyatta's first priority. 2, that's when, if you have a Farah. If you have a Farah, Soldier, McCree, etc. However, even if you don't have a Farah, those are usually a nice, good pick to get second. And then after that, this is from top to bottom. You have to keep calling. And then after that, it'll be probably Tracer, Genji, and then finally Lucio, Mercy, and then obviously these change. Something might be lit, and you need to follow up quickly during the fight. That's about it. So yeah, that's about the target priority. Lucio pretty much shouldn't be until us. However, okay, then I'm gonna add on to this. You also have to keep in mind this too. Ults up for enemies. Sometimes target priorities change. Zarya, for example, you know Zarya has grab. Focus first. Your soldier wants to use visor. Tracer bomb their D.va or take out of suit. Or even use other heroes to the suits. These are like in no particular order. They just have to be plans. You just have to know, or you have to keep track of, you know, their ults and stuff like that. You know, say Lucio will have ults soon. focus. Focus him. I mean, you kind of keep track. When was the last time you saw them drop the beat? So, you know, dive that Lucio fast so you can hurry up and take the point, because like a Lucio dropping a beat is like so helpful for dive comps. It just keeps them in the fight. But I mean, this will typically be probably towards middle of fight. So taking him first will help a lot. That he'll want to drop the beat.
What is that? What is that? Okay. I guess I was sit down. You set this down so we.
Alright, I set it down. Okay, so that's the dive basics. So that's target priorities, and then this is target priorities based on ults, and they're in no particular order. You just have to keep track of it and stuff like that. Okay, let's go back to yours.
So what are you
Once
doing,
in half,
Daddy?
once in lit.
Ew, why do you have an
So,
ass plate and
honestly, I'm just
Alright,
seeing
we're
the
up.
same mistakes over and over on this one because you guys
D.Va's
aren't diving.
D.Va's lit.
Tracer in your back line.
D.Va's lit.
You're getting a lot of damage, but that's because you're shooting at their Winston who's diving your team. And your DPS aren't able to push up. I do like that you have a Zarya. Zarya is really strong on this map.
I think we're up.
I'm gonna go with
Are you Winston?
Oh, you're stuck again.
Lord.
This Tracer just loves you. This whole game is the Tracer bombing you, by the way. Matter of fact, this Tracer probably even messed up and he should have done it before because of the fair ults. And that's what I was talking about earlier. For ults up for your enemies or your team based on ults, like, you know, Soldier wants to use Visor or Pharah, or Pharah wants to ult. You know, Tracer bomb to take out the D.Va, or other things like that.
Alright, just die. Alright, we're gonna Graviton and then D.Va ult. Don't do it now.
I'll have beat.
Graviton
Alright,
and D.Va.
We gotta kill this
ults.
Tracer. Alright, let's push in.
Don't move, I have a gun. I definitely have a gun. Aiming at you.
Whenever you see it.
And this is going to hurt.
This Mercy's just gonna res
Is
them.
that it? Come on.
I
Okay,
don't think
I'll
their
try
Mercy has
something else.
ever gotten any pressure at all.
Winston's in our back line, Tracer's in our back line.
Your whole team needs to talk a lot more, especially your Winston. And if he's not going to talk, then you've got to call the grabs. Or sorry, not the grabs, the dives. Yeah.
D.Va's lit. D.Va's out of mech. I need healing. Winston lit. Winston super lit. Winston.
Oh, I forgot to add another thing is tanks are
Stop shooting me.
usually after the squishies.
Let me shoot you that close.
I'll just put this. Thanks. We'll just put them all in 4.
You like that? Does that hurt? Does it hurt?
Oh. Mercy has
No, it is.
res. Kill first.
You mad at me?
Okay, now we're on Gibraltar. Let's see how you guys played on this one.
I'm trying to
Hey,
figure out
Daddy,
how.
Mom, what did you put
I know
on
on this.
can I finish doing what I'm
So
doing first?
Winston.
Why?
Alright, I don't know what to do. So
Well, I need you to move too, because I
I'll
need to
give
get
it
my phone cabinet.
You can switch it up.
Okay.
You're a soldier.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's
I like
just-
that you're matrixing the
seems a little weird. Divey tanks.
the fire strikes. That's really good. I do think that you guys should probably be diving this high ground. Just initially to knock down whatever is up there.
I don't want
Again, like you have to keep diving even though you're pushing a cart.
Do you want to play with me, Daddy?
As soon as I find all my stuff, I need to find it.
Your Lucio can just be on the cart.
Oh, why did you spill me this ball?
I really,
Let me out to not.
yeah, you guys really need to be jumping, like going from up top and jumping them is a good option.
Come on.
this area's so lit.
Yes.
So, fair behind, fair behind. What do you guys want me on?
Oh, here.
Reinhardt
I'm not even
just
sure why
killed
the
Reinhardt.
trace is back there. Ryan is so far
Everything on
off
this
of you.
Reinhardt.
Kill?
Fuck this guy.
92%.
One thing that I try to be careful of as a diva is
I know I can find something else. I know I can find something
oh,
else.
hold on. I want to add this. There we go. Is what being careful if the Ryan's gonna charge you. So be careful of that.
If I'm down,
Because especially when you're just shooting shooting at a shield, just be ready to hit your shift so you can get out of the way. Sometimes I've even shifted towards them and then they charge towards me and I'm just like, oh shit.
Open the gate. Open the gate.
I have beat.
I made him right at your head, Daddy.
Look that you guys are taking high ground. That's good. Nothing's
Someone
on
needs
the
to get
cart.
on point.
So.
Wait.
Far half, far lit, far down.
Water.
Everything on Reinhardt. Reinhardt can't heal.
I can stick him.
Everything on Zarya.
Oh no. That's the CHEERISS.
I don't.
I don't think that Mercy has like been touched ever.
So is
What?
Just hold back.
I got something to show you.
Oh. Okay.
Never mind. They do. Oh no.
I know what I got to show you. Like just one for
Okay. So I like that you guys are getting high ground. It's good.
Actually, one
There, over the top.
second.
Mercy one,
Oh
mercy
man.
Zenyatta.
I don't like that you guys are going through here because you're supposed to be diving and there's like 0 dive going on. I like that. See, look, it makes them
Alright,
walk
we're up,
towards you.
we're up.
That's
Just
so
go
good.
get
That's
on
such a
Reinhardt.
good bomb.
Or the other support.
There.
Again, I still don't like going through that area. I mean, I guess if you explicitly state I'm gonna do a low throw diva bomb and they're gonna walk all towards us, then yeah, that's good.
I I have nano, or I have visor.
Or initiation D.va bomb. You
I'm
don't
going
really have to explain
and
what type of throw it is.
d.va.
Nice staggering.
You really should be
DV,
moving
I'll,
up with them.
Nano you next fight.
You shouldn't be on cart.
Oh
Get
no.
out of there, get out, get out, get out.
Like your Lucio needs to be
Run.
on cart, and everyone else needs to move up. Oh, you guys should have known he had
Oh,
that.
that Zarya's so charged.
Mercy 1.
Oh, they are legit using all of their ults besides Mercy's.
So they just use grab and shadow then?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they use
3.
Phantom, didn't they? Or is that ours?
That was ours.
Stop.
Everyone back up.
Let's do do
No one get picked yet.
We're getting close to beat again.
do 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 do. Do 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 do.
We want to try pushing top right.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Alright. Soldiers half. Soldiers
Ye-
lit.
You guys need to be jumping this ship. You and your Winston. The bubble was fine, but you need to take that soldier off high ground.
Mercy alone on top.
Oh, that was a really good sleep.
Soldier down.
Why is this thing working?
One of the things that I like doing, especially when they have like these heroes that can't take high ground very easily, like just jumping up on their Mercy and like making her have to fly down to these guys is like really helpful. So like just use your left shift and get up there.
Sorry.
Cause like you're not like and she just used res. Use your bomb. Your bomb is so good when she uses res and their Ryan's pushed up like this. So hopefully you do that here. You should have done it a long time ago. When you saw that res, that's like a diva's paradise because you can get like 5Ks because there's a certain, especially when you saw that Ryan going after you. But anyways,
Get out of there.
Yeah.
Another thing that you could do for your D.Va bombs is coordinate with your Winston's ult, and he could knock the Rhine out of the way if there are people like standing behind him, which there wasn't.
You over yet?
Soldier half. Soldier lit. Soldier down.
This whole game is you guys just not diving, so
This Zarya isn't dying. Zenyatta dead. Zarya half.
Sorry. I got hammered.
your team is like overextending a lot too.
Dad, did you play with me?
Maybe I told you it's gonna take me a little bit of time. I had to find some documents.
But I need you to break my face right out.
Let's go clean that room so we can
Oh,
play.
Mercy's dead. That's good.
But I need the fun to help me. I need the fun to really help me.
I'm glad I got to see the other map first because It's just it comes down to you guys aren't even calling a dive.
Alright, what do you guys think they're gonna do? Go BD?
I have no idea. Pick your character.
I feel like they're definitely gonna run that Winston Tracer again.
Yeah. Most likely. So how do you guys want to go with that? A hug could maybe be a good idea.
Alright, let's go loose.
Daddy,
Let's have you go Zarya. I'm gonna go D.va.
please help me clean the room. Can you please let me play?
Okay, are we going quad tank now?
Quad tank. Let's go check.
Can we?
Wait, I'd rather. Well, it doesn't matter.
This is okay. I like this.
What?
It's glitchy.
You guys should not be holding up this far. It's a huge mistake. You need to be holding server room. Server room is the big health pack below you. You,
Let's go back forward to server room. Fall back to server room.
yeah, you've already lost 2 supports. This point is going to be taken. So this server room, your hog needs to be playing like right up here-ish, looking for hooks, because that's usually the best place for him. Ryan and you need to be playing on the lower ground. You're there to kind of make sure his shield is good, and then also to follow up on hooks and taking high ground away from people that are trying to get it or already have it. So that is your job as D.Va. So you're in between keeping shield healthy and contesting high grounds and following up on kills. That is your #1 job if you're going to play D.Va on this map. D.Va's a very good pick.
Maybe.
Back right now.
Alright, I had 5 health, sorry.
Okay, this Winston is a free pick.
Once I'm down, everything on
You
D.Va?
need, I think he should be like flying into their mercy and making them turn around. That's just my thought. See, I like where your hog is. Like him getting hooks
Are
from
they
up
fell
there is
back?
so good.
Daddy, 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 Daddy,
Nice.
Daddy, Daddy,
He coming up here is not a bad
Daddy.
thing. I would try to like knock them off onto low ground, like boop them off with your shift. Like pick either the Winston or D.Va or whatever was up there. I don't even remember. The set. Forgot about that one.
I was behind
The
the
set
cart.
down your ults as D.Va ults. Usually not the best ult, but sometimes it can be good. See here, you could have just thrown your ult up, but looks like you're using other ults. That's fine. Like,
Just leave her out of Mac.
that's another thing. So so as well as the dive basics for D.Va, there is also combos for D.Va. Let's talk about those.
What, Daddy? What? What's that? What? Look, Daddy. Daddy, look.
D.Va combos. These are in no particular order. Ryan, D.Va bomb. So you can do this different ways. You can throw first, and then slam. And so that'll be like a low forward throw typically. Sometimes high throws are fine. And then you could also slam first and bomb. And then if you have a Winston, you could do d.va bomb, then Winston ult to move Ryan out of way, or move people into the bomb. So if they don't have a Ryan, or even if they do, that's
Daddy,
another way.
with me.
Maybe I told you I'm in the middle of doing stuff right now.
But I need you to help me with no
Why
room.
don't you start without me?
Let's see.
Oh, I am.
Are there other combos? Oh yeah, and then there's the obvious
Do it.
Zarya grab to D.va bomb. Are there other ones? I don't think there are other ones. Oh, another thing is, it's actually a good combo. We call this the initiation bomb. So that's if Tracer has bomb, or your Genji has blade. So this one, so the idea is it forces people to move into uncomfortable positioning, grouped up, and it allows your Genji or Tracer to use their ults more effectively. Or even if they don't have ults. It will still allow them to get some easy kills. So try some of these. I think the initiation bombs are really powerful, and you should try them more. And that can easily be called. I'm like going to start this because right now with dive, this is probably one of the best ways to use your bomb is as initiation.
Back at 90% for beat.
And she CHEERISS.
Pharah will have ults. Watch out.
I probably got Zarya or Soldier Pharah again.
Yeah.
See, this is what I was talking about. Like, it's your job to kind of knock these people off. So
She's
it's
gonna dab
good that you're
it.
doing
Pharah
that.
half. Pharah down. Nice.
Genji will have ults.
Bubble down.
Budget Roxu.
I heard that.
Nice one, dude.
Do you still have a hog? Because your hog really needs to be up here. He would be getting so many good picks. Oh, good, he is. Nice.
How much of that healer?
I just didn't see it there before.
It did 160. 30%.
A lot of times just like fly up in their faces. Fly up in the face of a Pharah, fly up in the face of a Soldier, because your Matrix, it only like blocks things coming through the cone, and you have a better chance of blocking all the damage if you're like closer to their faces, because it could, you know, target someone to your left or to your right that the matrix doesn't cover. So always be flying up in the face of a Pharah ulting or a soldier ulting. Always, 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 always. Like, you really need to be like flying up in this Pharah's face a lot more because he does not have mercy attached to his hip.
Lit.
Look out, visor.
I'm out of mech. Reinhardt needs healing.
You're back up from us, this. No peek.
You can keep the sticky knots if you want, but don't put them in the gun.
Can't back up that far.
I have.
Okay, let's engage. Let's go.
D.va's lit. D.va's out of mech. Nice.
Turbine.
I like this initiation. Your whole team should be here right now. I'm not
You
sure
lit?
where they are.
Mercy behind us.
Mercy's half.
That was like the first time I've seen you on a Mercy. You should do that more often. Like, you really should. As a D.Va, you really should get on their Mercy as often as you have opportunities to.
Farah.
And there aren't more pressing matters. You should, again, this is a good example of doing like an initiation type of deal for D.Va. Because you shooting at the Winston is not doing anything for your team at all. Matter of fact, you could have been blocking the Ferals.
Winston lit.
See, like, you aren't even... you really do. Like, you shouldn't have been up there on that Winston. Like, there's no point. Just fly away from this one.
Everything on Winston. Winston lit. D.va lit.
See, look how powerful you just calling focuses. I mean, even if they aren't the right focuses, they're still dying.
Far's behind. Far's half.
Don't say behind, say top left of ship, top left balcony, top right balcony. You know, like give a position.
Can we shoot the Far just a little bit? Thank you.
Thank you.
Where's your Reinhardt? You really need to be playing a little bit more behind your Reinhardt.
Far's half.
Okay, break the... Yeah, use your bomb. Use your bomb. Use it. See, you have so many opportunities to use your bomb.
Don't
Like,
move.
Everything on Mercy.
Don't
Mercy's
move,
half.
Silvers.
not right now.
Don't move.
Start cleaning up bedroom.
But I want you to help me.
We froze-
D.va's half.
So another thing on D.Va, well, see right here, like when a Genji ults and you have your shift up, try to like bump into him and melee him. That's another thing to do as D.Va. So we'll talk about
Why? You got him out made the mess all by yourself.
annoying D.Va stuff. Okay.
Come on, come on.
Boop. Winston out of his bubble while he is jumping. You can even boop him off cliffs this way, if you time it right. Booping a ulting Genji throws him off for chaining kills. Let's see here. Booping, ulting, throws him off for chaining kills. So that's just boop stuff. I said boob. I just saw that. That's supposed to be boop. Boops. The other thing is, what else? We'll just say the general booping people off of cliffs and high ground. Look to do that. Always look to do that. What's the other thing? Ulting soldiers and pharaohs. Get up in their faces. Far away matrix doesn't protect everyone. For McCree in particular, save your matrix until the end of his ults. Your matrix doesn't last as long. So yeah, that's about it.
D.va's lit. D.va's out of mech. Winston lit. Genji out.
Nice job.
Nice job.
Nice.
So that's about it. Good game. Good games. Just like I said, D.va combos. Work on those. You know, especially the initiation bomb. One of my favorites. Matter of fact, you don't even need a Tracer or a Genji. It's just, it helps give your team room to do things. Dive basics. You need to engage. You need to call it. So never call a tank focus first, ever. They should be towards the end of your fight. Your Tracer does need to get on their D.va a lot more. And then obviously, you know, I think I got rid of the part where I talked about ults, but like target priorities based off of ults they have or you have, obviously changes this a little bit more. And then the annoying D.va stuff, just try to do that a lot more. You know, get up in their faces part. So that's about it. Good luck in your next games, and I'm sure you'll have a lot to think about and improve on. Hope this helps. Tanks are very technical, and you really have to think about your positioning and calling, your communication. So positioning and communication is like very important for d.va. I mean, your communication is fine, you just need to call like the right things. So alright, hope this helped. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna end the stream.
Right on time, we shoot like Hanzo through the dragon's eye. Too bad we're 30 years past our prime. Attackers incoming, one shot, one kill. Come on and get your fill. The Orange is here to stay. Oh, you see, it's me. As we over